Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, introduction. I'm Fajar Bima Sakti, student school postgraduate of Indonesia University of Education. UPI. Today, I will present my article in the analysis of conflict and nationalism in Papua student perspective, ethnography research on Indonesian historical study. Okay, next. Research background. My research background, Papua about natural resource Papua in the region and the country of Indonesia, which has enormous potential of developing the Indonesian nation. Natural resources in the bowel of the earth, such as gold, copper, uranium, are mostly found in the provincial Papuans can feel the wealth of their own natural resources. However, these abundant natural resources cannot be enjoyed by all Papuans. Only a group of people such as official, businessmen, political foreigners who invest their capital in Papua. It also supports good quality result of Central Statistics Agency survey in 2018 at APS angka partisipasi sekolah for population aged 7 to 15 years in Papua was 81%. As a result, was a conflict and chaos in Papua because they felt the natural resources by the owner had been taken by a group of people and their education was not given enough attention. Because of such education condition, the discourse of Papua emerged for independent of separatists from the Indonesian state. In the end, the Papua people were divided. Some want to stay with Indonesian, some want to independent and separated from Indonesian. The government is trying to improve the lot the Papua of Papua through the secondary education affirmation ADEM program. Papuans are provided with the free education facility and the hope that they can have the same quality of human resources as regions that are considered relative advanced. But even so, the community was already divided. Papua students who study in Papua in Bandung are divided by the Papua problem. As what the conflict and nationalism in view of Papua study and program ADEM Bandung? Okay, using two concept and analysis problem on the concept of conflict and nationalism. Conflict can be said as a from the natural conflict with a produced by individual of group of different ethnic, race, region, and class, because among the have difference in attitude, beliefs, values of needs. Nationalism is understanding with hope that the highest loyalty of an individual must be left to nation state with a relative to a deep feeling of the close bond with his homeland. Until now, Papua nationalism is undergoing a multi-session process. The process was carried out the basis of historical process carried out by Netherlands and Indonesian. Okay. Research methodology and research I used to ethnography method, the qualitative and qualitative is the human instrument, and ethnography method is the Creswell. Creswell 5 used to ethnography. One, identity, purpose on the design and link in terms of the research problem, discuss consideration about consent and access, use the proper data collection procedure, analysis and interpreted data in design with report that are consistent with draft. Okay, data collection technique, interview and documentation study. Okay, research state three school, and not a senior high school Kristen Paulus Bandung, but not junior high school Bandung, and his state is senior high school Kristen Paulus Bandung to student, Bina Persadaran Nusantara to student, and Pelita Bangsa to student. Research result. Saya tidak mencantumkan nama aslinya, jadi saya hanya menyantumkan nama singkatnya saja ya. FF itu nama singkat. The conflict Papua was caused with difference of opinion, especially difference is matter of inherent religion and the selection of region. This was made worse by the electoral condition of TL, Papuan student of ADEM program, who also studied the high school BPN state. The conflict has occurred in there was caused by difference of opinion in selection of village, homeland, and region head. The cause of conflict Papua varied from the clashes between tribals, issue of custom, religion, conflict, and ethnocentrism between Papua and non-Papuans. GK, the factor causing in Papua conflict were caused by selfish attitude and each conflicting party. DK, the conflict Papua was caused by difference of opinion which result in clashes between tribal and person and these parties. His aim, according to him, the conflict occurred of Papua acquired division and depend on the origin of the conflict. Like for example, the case of racism against Papua started in Surabaya began with a misunderstanding in information and the extension of hoaxes which cause conflict that have an impact the extent to the Papua region itself. Nationalism research. Nationalism research result. Nationalism is according of in the understanding the material itself, forgetting the country is poised. In connection with its Papua independence, it also does not agree if Papua must be independent, because even if Papua must independent, then its fate will not change. It will equal to poor. TL also believe the nationalism come from the word nation, which means a nation is anti and equality of faith, as case 3, custom, language, and history of self-government. Regarding Papua independence, he agrees because the facility they are inadequate, let alone various rural area. According to our nationalism is sacrifice of a nation to love the motherland or homeland, and also believe this disgrace with Papuan independence, because if Papua independent, Papua were to not readiness, especially in terms of human resources. GK nationalism and attitude about Papua independence. GK is about reason because Papua rich natural but human research are not ready. DK nationalism is a Papua understanding create the sense of national unity to one country, a more essential caring per human. With the Papua is the BUC or 50-50 has also agreed to agree and disagree, because all the time a factor cause Papua when independent was in 18th government. The government should give the people of Papua so they compare the regions. Nationalism is a POS and maintains its unity and unity action in nation. Regarding Papua independence, SM disagree in the Boston points. According to him, Papua, for the time being, there are still many facilities that are lacking such the education and so forth, so that for now Papua is not ready for independence. Okay, discussion. The Papua Conflict Opinion, a student of ADEM program, can be classified into special conflict. It's social conflict. Social conflict, according to Supardan, 2011, page 141, is a social conflict that aims to control and destroy in practice. Social conflict can be from the activity carried out by individual or group whose purpose is to obstruct to destroy the individual group with the intention of demonstrating something that is potential beneficial. According to Sukanto, conflict can divide to several species, namely personal conflict, racial conflict, conflict social class, and political conflict. Okay. Next. The conflict occurred in Papua was very powerful ethnic conflict, economic, social, and so forth. But besides the conflict, the most important is the relationship between individual or between group that can be source of conflict. Each the conflict party consider itself to be held according to her situation and condition. Nationalism is present is sought to only be interpreted as a loyalty of love of citizen of in the country, and outdated interpretation like this is irrelevant to have condition and the time they are not physically colonial. Nationalism today must cover broader context which is directly felt by the community in daily life, such as equality in citizen, equal right of the various ethnic and culture of freedom of expression, strengthening the value of nationalism for Papuan students in ADEM program can down the national learning. Okay, conclusion. Conflict and nationalism from the perspective of ADEM students have the varied answer according to their perception. The Papua conflict, according to their perspective, is caused by various factors such as political, economic, social, religion, culture, and separatist group. Papua's problems, which are very complex and related to each other, cause the conflict is quite difficult to solve in the very short period. Okay, thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.